Hello everyone, this is JM, and today we're talking about promotions in Revenue Cloud. We'll go through the entire setup for promotions, and then we'll see how we can create our own promotion and see what it looks like against the quote. So promotions, what they are is granular discounts on product and product categories that you can enable, and you're going to define those based on eligibility rules based on either selling models or product categories. You can stack multiple promotions if you choose to do so, and you will be able to see promotions within your price waterfall, right? So hovering over the net unit price will show you promotions being applied to specific lines, or you're going to be able to see them on the product configurator as well. So what we're going to do today is go through the entire setup, so prerequisites, creating our rule library, our pricing procedure, all the way to applying that on a transaction. So enough talking, let's get going and see what that looks like in Salesforce. So our first step will be making sure we turn on everything that needs to be turned on in Salesforce to be able to start to work with promotions. So we're going to make sure we turn on context service, which should already be done if you're using Revenue Cloud. Then we're going to go into global promotions management, turn that on, turn on a couple of settings within global promotions management. And then make sure you also have your price waterfall turned on and price waterfall persistence turned on under your pricing settings if you want to be able to see that. Do note that it only works with the transaction line editor component on quotes and order. It does not work with the new sales transaction line editor for now. So with that, let's jump in Salesforce and see what that looks like. So again, our initial setup steps is, again, context service should already be turned on, but what you're going to want to do is go into setup and see if you've turned on promotion management first. So in setup, what do we want to look for first? Under quick find is going to be global promotions management, and then you'll go into global promotions management settings. I'll click through to that. Within global promotions management, I'll make sure I turn that setting on. We'll tell you that you cannot turn it off afterwards, so make sure you do want to turn it on. We will turn on product catalog management as well within this to be able to run promotions on bundles, and promotion evaluation execution should already be turned on, so make sure it is turned on. Next on our list will be to create our rule library. So go to the app launcher, look for rule libraries, click through on rule libraries, and then we're going to create a new rule library. You can give it any name you want. So we'll call it promotions. API name, you can call promotions as well. Usage type, we will define as promotions with revenue management. Make sure you go into your context definition and grab the context definition that it should be using right now. So typically your active sales transaction context definition name. So going into setup and looking at our context definition, grab the developer name for your active context definition, then grab that, put that value in there, and it's saved on your new rule library. Now, what you want to go down to your rule library version, and we'll have to create some custom tag mappings to be able to enable that and activate this rule library. So the different contexts, custom mappings we need to create are as such. We got them on the right here. First one will be product selling model, which you're looking for on that list on the left. So choose product selling model, and then the context tag will be product selling model as well. Look for that product selling model on the right end. You can also start to type to filter that down. So grab that product selling model, save in new. So I'm going to go through all of these mapping that we've got on the right, and then we've got a second list that we have to go through as well. So then account ID is the next one we want, and we're going to map that to quote account, save in new again. Cart line item ID is what you want to select on the left here. So cart line item ID. Once that's selected, then map that to your line item in your context. Then cart line product ID. Cart line product ID will be mapped to product in your context. Save in you again. Currency. If you have multi-currency, that will be required. So choose currency, and again, currency on the right. Keep going through the list. Then we want product category if we do promotions by product category, and the tag will be product category on the right hand side. Keep going through the second page. Then we have start date. So we want activity start date, which will map to our start date tag. Save in you again. Cart line coupon code if you've got any coupon codes that you're going to use in your promotions. There we go, coupon code. And then on the right hand side, you also want to use sales transaction item coupon code as the standard value here. Save in new. Now we want product bundle root ID, and on the right, root item product. And that's all going to be on the blog post. If you want to see that full list detailed out, that's going to be available there. And finally, what we want is our engagement channel. Channel, we won't set up right away. So that's only going to be, and that's entirely optional. But if you choose to use channels, you're going to have to set up channels and then you can come back and add that to your rule library. So now we're done with our custom mappings. And at this point, we're ready to move forward and activate our rule library version. So I'm going to go ahead, confirm that our mapping is good and activate our rule library. We can see that it's now active right there. So we're ready to use that one. Now that we've got an active rule library, we can now go into step 3, which will be modifying our pricing procedure for promotions. So in the app launcher, look for pricing procedures and then look for your currently active pricing procedure. And once you find that, let's go through that. So we'll do pricing procedure, find the active pricing procedure version. I'll turn it off for now. And we want to insert our promotions pricing element within our pricing procedure, and we'll put it inside a list group element. So where we want to insert that first is we want to find our bundle-based adjustment component that's already on here. So let's scroll down and find your bundle-based adjustments. There it is for me, right? So I've got bundle-based adjustment entries, and I'm going to add that afterwards. So first thing we do, hit the plus sign to add a pricing element, and we'll do list group first. Within that list group, we're going to add a couple of conditions. So we'll do is contracted, and we'll say is not null. We'll add another condition for is contracted. Make sure that is contracted is false. And one last condition so that our pricing source, so item pricing source should be not equal to last transaction is what you want. To only go through promotions for lines that should be going through promotions. And then we're going to hit the plus sign and add our promotion execution element that is required. We will select the rule library we created for this. So we'll do promotions, promotion scope we'll leave to line, and then reviewing input and output variables. We'll do subtotal will be item net total price, quantity will be line item quantity, input unit price will be mapped to net unit price. That's the input variables. And then in output variables, we're going to do net unit price to net unit price. And we will do subtotal to item net total price as well. Once you've done those changes, that's enough. You cannot use this along with derived pricing. So make sure if you have any derived pricing elements that they are removed, right? So I've got this right here. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that derived pricing element because they're not compatible. So now that you've added the elements, cleared out the derived pricing, you can hit save on your updated pricing procedure. Once it's fully saved, you can now reactivate that pricing procedure. So as soon as saving completes, we're going to do that. And now that it's saved, it activate. Give it a couple seconds. Once your pricing procedure is activated, next step will be turning on promotions under revenue settings. All right, so our pricing procedure is active. So let's go back to our previous page and go into setup. So back in Salesforce, go into setup, look for revenue settings. Within revenue settings, you can scroll down or Control F to look for promotions. This is the setting that you want to turn on right there, promotions for transactions. So let's turn that on. And again, select our new rule library that we've created called promotions. And promotions is now turned on. Next step will be to double check that your configurator flow is set up for promotions. So you have an additional input to consider within your config flow. So look for your active configuration flow in your flows list. So whether you're using the standard one or you've customized one, simply look for that configuration flow. So I'll go into the default product configurator flow and a couple settings that we want to modify. So we've got the header component in the screens there. So in your screen flow, look for the S01 header component right there and make sure the eligible promotions is tagged to the data manager eligible promotions and within the summary component on the right. So product configurator summary, S01 summary, click through and make sure you've got eligible promotions mapped in there as well. So depending on your org and when it was generated, those may already be mapped, but if they're not, do make sure that those are mapped now. So in my case, they're already mapped and setup is complete for those flows and we can keep moving forward. Once this is done, we want to make sure our user has access to promotions. So let's go back into setup and confirm user access. So I'll look for the active user in my environment. And for your user or any user that should have access to promotions, there are some permission sets we want to make sure are assigned to our user. So you're looking for apply promotions on sales transactions. You're going to want to add that. And then you want promotion designer basic and promotion viewer. You can add both of those. But again, depending on the type of user, you're going to want to refine which ones they get access to. And now our permissions are updated for that user. There are also two permission set licenses that you're going to want to make sure are assigned to your users that need access to this. So you've got global promotions management, basic permission set license, as well as revenue management promotions runtime. So make sure those are assigned to the users that need it as well. And that's all for permissions and what we needed to access. So at this point, we can start to design promotions in Salesforce. So now that you've given access to your user, if you click through the app launcher, you should have a new app called Promotions and Offers. So we can go into Promotions and Offers. And what we can do at this point is click through our new promotion option to start creating a promotion. And we're now on our promotion creation screen. So you can give a name to your promotion, right? So we'll call it, and we'll use the installation product for our promotion. So I'll simply call it promotion installation. I'll use the same thing for our display name. You can add details for objective and description as well if you need to. You do want to give a priority number, again, if you've got multiple promotions, to determine what order they're going to get stacked in. If you choose to stack them as well, you can add promotion codes. So we'll add install promo as our promotion code. And then you can have a start date and end date to determine when that's going to be used. So we'll set that to active from the beginning of the month with no end date. So it's good unless we turn it off. And then you do want to choose your active rule library that we created earlier. So promotions, and add terms and conditions if you need to add terms and conditions to your promotion. On your second screen, where we define our promotion eligibility, right, we can determine if it's for specific sales channels. Again, we didn't configure sales channels, but if you do configure them, you could define that. If you want to target specific customers, you can turn that on and target specific customers by segments from Data Cloud. And then you can add coupons as well if you choose to do so. We'll simply get that promotion to add automatically for specific products. So we'll set all of that to no. We'll hit next. And then we're going to choose our bundle and subscription-based promotion. So I'll choose that template, get discount and rewards for specific products. Hit next again. And then we'll define what the reward is. So again, here you could add multiple rewards. So I'll say priority is 10 and rule is going to be for installation. And then we're going to choose, and this is where if you wanted to choose a category or a product, that's where you're going to choose this. So in our case, we want to target specific products, or I'm going to choose product, but if you wanted categories, you could do that as well. So from product, I'll choose installation, click through installation, and then you can also target specific product selling models for your product. If you had multiple, in our case, we only have one. So I'll choose one time. Discount type is going to be a percentage, and we'll do 20% discount on our installation. If your product was a bundle, or if you wanted to add discounts to other product selling models, you can click through add reward as well as an additional option. But once you're done creating your rewards, you can hit next. And then you're going to confirm all the details from your promotions, right, are going to be highlighted on this page. Once you confirm that's good, you can hit save on your promotion. And once it's saved, you can also go through and activate your promotion. Once the promotion is active, right, as you can see now, we could deactivate it if we want, but we're done with designing our current promotion. I've also created a second promotion here under our second product, Fiber Platinum, to highlight what those promotions look like for configured products, so bundles. So again, for that, I set our start date to January 1st, our rule library to the new library we created. No promotion eligibility rules. Use the same template for our template. And then I use the bundle where you can select both parent products and child products. As you're setting that up because it's a bundle, you do have the option on the root product bundle to not apply rewards for the root product in the bundle as well. But I did add 20% for that root product. Then you can hit next. And then I'm going to again save this and activate that new promotion. Then we can jump into a quote and see what it looks like. So now that both promotions are active, let's jump onto a quote and see what that looks like, right? So I'm going to go into my browse catalogs and choose our active catalog, hit next. And then we're already going to be able to see our promotions that are active for specific products. So I can already tell that those two products have active promotions, right? Because I see them on here against the products. I can click through and see it's going to be an automatic promotion that will be added automatically. So I'm going to go ahead and add both products and see what it looks like once they're added onto our quote. A couple things we'll notice is if once they're added on, we will see the net unit price. That's going to be calculated based on those promotions. So if I highlight that net unit price for Fiber Platinum, we see our discount for the promotion applied, and same thing for installation as well. So if we close that off over installation, we see our 20% discount. If I click through on the product name there, I should see a new tab on the right hand side there for promotions. So if I click through that promotions tab, we'll also see what promotions are being applied, right? And if there were previously applied promotions, we would see those. And we see that it's already applied because it was eligible. For configured product, the other thing you can see, and that's why we modified our product configuration flow. If I click that down arrow and go through the configuration screen, we're going to be able to see that our promotion was added from here as well, right? So on the header, 1 of 1 promotion for Fiber Platinum, and on the summary as well, we see that it was applied. So with promotion setup, you can see those in multiple places. And again, they are added to your product. You can see those being calculated. And if there were multiple, they could get stacked as well. And so we've gone through the setup for promotions and we see how they are applied to products as well. Now that we've configured and tested this out, just a few considerations and limitations for promotion. So right now, usage-based products are not supported directly, although if they belong to a product category that is touched by a promotion, then it will be applied to that usage-based products. You cannot, as we said earlier, when we configured our pricing procedure, use it with derived pricing. RAM deals for groups doesn't work with promotions as well because RAM deals for group works with the new sales transaction line editor, which this is not compatible with for now. Cross-line rewards are not supported for now as well. There are also limits in how many you can have. So you can have up to 500 active promotions, and you can have specific numbers of promotions and for bundles and bundled childs. And if you have a lot of promotions, only some of them will show when you're in, for example, in the browse catalog. So you're going to see 5 of them in the browse catalog screen. That number can be increased up to 10 if you contact Salesforce support. Thanks again for watching. As usual, we've gone through the setup, we've gone through promotion types, how to apply them, what it looks like in terms of UX. So thanks for watching. Please let me know if you've got any questions. Thanks to our channel members as usual, and have a great day.